thing out of me.
You're going to die, Logan.
Maybe that's okay.
Listen to me. Logan!
It's the femoral artery, but I can't see it. I'm gonna need you to assist. Okay?
Yeah.
I gotta cause you more pain, but I have to do it to help you. All right? You understand?
Did you eat lunch yet?
How you feeling? Better? Better than even last night after the surgery? Did you dominate some bathroom? You did pee? Did you fart yet? You did? Woohoo! So you get to go home because you farted? Are you glad to be alive today?
Yeah.
Because you know if the balloon had went up and you had needed surgery, do you realize that you would have died?
Yeah.
If there was no medical emergency facilities or someone to do surgery, you would have most likely died. That's a pretty heavy conversation for a 16-year-old boy, isn't it? We want to talk about it later? That's a very heavy conversation to be having for a 16-year-old boy. We'll get back on that. That's why we don't wish for the balloon to go up, right? We don't wish that at all. Do you think that because I'm first aid certified that they probably prefer that you go ahead and take a few pairs of nitrile gloves because you're first aid certified and you can keep them in your fanny pack and it's not like stealing because they want you to have them so you can stop and help an innocent bystander, or not an innocent bystander, an injured victim. So they actually want me to have these nitrile gloves. Is that rationalizing stealing a few pairs of nitrile gloves? Gannon's actually watching In the Heat of the Night. It's like a show from the 80s or something. The 3 things that we need out of Gannon so he can go home today is to eat, to walk around, and to fart.
Everything.
and he did all of them. So we're just waiting to go home. But he didn't inform the doctor that he farted. So when the nurse comes in, you need to say, hey, I farted. Okay? Except for the fact that he said that she's really pretty and he probably didn't want to tell her that he farted.
Shut up.
Harrison.
I'll tell her for you, okay? When she comes in. Matter of fact, you want me to go get her? How long's it been since you looked at her pretty face? Anyway, eat, walk, and fart. Yeah, I'd ask Justine to hook you up with a date with her. Although she's probably like in her 30s. So would Gannon almost assuredly be dead right now if he didn't get his surgery? Yeah, I gotta say he absolutely would be. That's a sobering conversation and a borderline morbid topic, I guess, to bring up about your own kid. But my oldest son Gannon had his appendix removed a couple days, and fortunately it hadn't burst. I guess we all know the severity, and he would have been in quite a bit of trouble if that had happened. We know that, but so I guess it just once again got me thinking about those type things. Minor surgeries, needing minor surgery in an apocalypse, in a balloon going up type situation, you're screwed. If you don't have a doctor in your group or somewhere close by, or with the knowledge and the equipment, or whatever he needs to perform the surgery, you're done for. And so again, a minor surgery is going to turn into a life-threatening situation. You're talking gallbladder. What about your tonsils? How serious can it get if you need your tonsils moved? Is that just something that you can live with, or in some cases can it get that severe where you have to have them removed? Hernia surgery, that can get pretty serious. There's a huge list of minor type surgeries that can and will, I guess, kill you if you don't have access to medical attention, hospital, doctor's office, whatever, and a doctor readily available. So for people that think that they're gonna hide from the government, they're not gonna get anywhere around a FEMA camp or any other type facility, if the balloon goes up, they're gonna take care of themselves and keep to themselves. Don't you think for a second that if my boy wasn't, if that happened, don't you think I wouldn't be carrying him to the nearest military base? I would be begging somebody to help him in that situation, because I don't have the knowledge to do anything like that. So we can throw in, we're talking about minor surgeries, but if you want to throw in a gunshot wound, a non-lethal gunshot wound could possibly become life-threatening due to whether it's, well, most likely it would be due to infection. But if there was any minor surgery needed to be done, you're screwed. I'm not afraid of anything. I am not afraid of any person, any man, I'm not worried about the apocalypse. I'm not worried about the zombie horde or the people, the biker gangs coming out of the cities and trying to take all my stuff. I'm not worried. I don't worry about any of those things. I prepare and I do what I do because I enjoy it. I believe that stuff is coming. I believe eventually it's going to happen, but I don't worry about those things. The only thing in this entire world other than God and that I fear, that I actually have fear, is something happening to one of my kids that's out of my control. That's the only thing really on this earth that I believe my dad was the same way, and I guess it goes without saying that most parents feel the same. But the reality is that I don't have any real reason to fear anything but my kids and their safety and them getting sick, and this whole the deal with surgery. And you know, we know there's hundreds and thousands of things that can kill you if you don't have medical care. So I suppose it's that important, and I think that's one area where my family is lacking. Now, my sister is in the medical field, but she's 2 hours away, and so would Gannon be dead? And I mean, that's a sobering topic. You know, who wants to talk about those things? But would Gannon be dead right now if he didn't have access to that hospital and be able to get that supposed minor surgery? Yeah, he would be dead. And so I'm not wishing for the apocalypse. You know, that's one kid now that's got his appendix removed, and I've got 10 more. You know, my chances of having another kid that needs a minor surgery like that are a little higher than, I guess, somebody with 1 or 2 kids. So it's something that weighs on my mind, and I don't really know other than preparing yourself and getting some kind of medical training, or someone in your family or someone nearby getting a doctor, having a doctor in your group, I guess would be the obvious first choice, having a doctor in your survival group. But there's no guarantees with that. So anyway, it was on my mind, and I thought I would just bring it back up because it's just something I've been thinking about the last couple of days. Thanks for watching. I'll see you.
The CIA, FBI, intelligence man drinking?
I'm not drinking. It just looks like I'm drinking.
Yeah, me cool.
2 years ago in Morocco, I had a device surgically implanted in my throat that neutralizes alcohol. That way the enemy can never get me drunk.
I find that hard to swallow. I heard they do that to get the truth out of you.
Nobody can get the truth out of me because even I don't know what it is. I keep myself in a constant state of utter confusion.